Good morning. Today, me, Andrea, and my group with Daniela and Blan, we will present you the impact of population well-being on its national economy, and we do an analysis of the K factor. The plan of our presentation is the following, and we start with show you the research question that we done. They are concentrate on the influence of well-being to the economy factor of a country. The main goal of our project is to gain insight on the relationship between well-being and economy factor. And to do that, we took a main database from the World Happiness Report. And to do a complete research, we took also GDP, unemployment, refugee, and poverty database with an interval of time since 2005 to 2016. The main part of our cleaning data was the missing value. You can see in the left side, there is a graph with the percentage of missing value for each variable. We choose to keep only the variable with less than 20% of missing value. And on the right side, you can see the pattern of missingness and the structure of our variable. You can see that are all numeric except the country that contains the name of each country that we consider. We start with data. We do a person correlation matrix, and we choose to analyze the two variables with the correlation bigger than 0.8 that are log GDP per capita with healthy life expectancy and democratic quality with delivery quality.
To further analyze the correlation, we plotted the relationship between the two variables shown before for every continent. As you can see, the first relation between log GDP per capita and healthy life expectancy at birth actually provides a positive correlation. As you can see, for example, Oceania, that provides the highest log GDP per capita, also has the biggest bullet points. Bigger bullet points, its significance is that this continent has a higher life expectancy at birth. And for the second relation between democratic quality and delivery quality, that are two variables that provide a value on the government's effectiveness, we can also see this pattern. The only continent that doesn't provide this pattern is Asia, because actually, even if it provides a medium delivery quality, its democratic quality, it's really low if we compare it with the other continents. We also wanted to show the trends of our variables through all the years. And as you can see, Oceania is the overall best continent because, for example, life ladder social support has the highest value, and also perception of corruption has the lowest one. But this result can also be due to the fact that Oceania only contains two countries that are New Zealand and Australia. What actually surprised us was the variable confidence in national government, because we have Oceania, but also Africa and Asia that show the highest value for this variable. We also wanted to compare the top countries for every continent with their GDP to the ranking of every continent for the well-being variables. As you can see, the countries that show a higher GDP per continent also are really well ranked on the well-being variables. However, there is also some countries that show the total opposite pattern. And what we can conclude is that the relationship between the GDP and the well-being variables can be sometimes ambiguous.
In analysis, we have done two regressions. The first is the GDP logarithm. We want to see if with well-being variable, we can predict the GDP logarithm. As can be seen, a lot of variables are statistically significant. The two most important for us are life ladder and the positive affect. The first one is the subjective well-being, and the second one is the average happiness. Both have a positive impact. It means that if one of these two variables increase, GDP logarithm will increase as well. The second model is the life ladder. We want to see if with well-being variable and economic variable, we can predict the life ladder of a population in a country. GDP logarithm has a positive impact in the life ladder of a population. Unemployment and refugee have a negative impact. It means that if unemployment in a country increase, the life ladder of this population will decrease. as well as if a lot of people go out from this country, the life ladder of this country will decrease as well. Here we have some ambiguous situation. For example, if we see the variable negative affect, that is the average of sadness of a population in a country, have a positive impact in the life ladder. We will see with this interactive map the mean value of each variable for each country. In this situation, we will take the variable perception of corruption. We want to see the situation between Russia and Ukraine, that today is a war between these two countries. We can see that, that in these two countries, the value of perception of corruption is very high. In Russia as well in Ukraine. But another example that we will take as example is Bulgaria. In Bulgaria is as well a high value of perception of corruption. We can change the variable for example, to see the life ladder in those three countries. We can see that in Ukraine is low, in Russia is a little bit higher, and in Bulgaria it remains very low. So with this interactive map, we want to show that we cannot predict some war or some situation, some conflict that we have today between countries. In conclusion, what we have shown is that well-being has an impact of an economy of a country with our regression, with the graph, and for example, with the interactive maps. Government should consider more deepness of a population. We cannot affirm, however, that the relationship between well-being and war have some relationship. Thank you very much for the attention.